Well, good morning. Still not the same t-shirt today again. So today I'm going to take a little trip down to a place along the river or the seaside called Tamsin. Receptionist woman at the hostel said it's worth visiting, so it should be an interesting looking place because it was actually colonised by a few different countries, but we'll talk about that when we get there. I just have to figure out where to buy tickets. There's a visitor centre, I'm going to ask in there. I'll catch it on the train maybe. Well, it took me about 10 minutes to find this platform. So many stairs to go down that I didn't realise how far underground this metro goes, but found it. And this is my ticket. Little coin. It's a touch one, so you tap it when you come through, and then when you get off, you put it in and you never get it back again. So it's not a little souvenir that you can keep, but I have a 6-minute wait until I go to Tamsin. I nearly forgot the name there. So I'm hoping it's good. I think it will be nice, especially the weather today is so warm. Well, hello from Tamsin. Hot, hot, hot. Just got off the tram. Took about half an hour to get here, so not too bad. Wasn't too crowded. A lot of people got off a few stops earlier. There's another like halfway town in between Taiwan or Taipei and Tamsin. You can see outside the tram station all the vendors out selling all their, I think that's dried fish, all the usual stuff. Still, it's nice to see. You don't really see that anywhere like that. Not in Europe anyway, at least not in Ireland. Although I suppose that's probably because it's a little bit more difficult to get a trader's license. I'd say it's probably easier here. At least that's just what I would assume, but I don't really know. So I'll take a little walk. Excuse me, silly cat. Take a walk to the main area. I know in a few minutes, or at least whatever amount of minutes I take to explore this area, but there's a walkway all the way down to another place called the Tamsin Fisherman's Wharf. So I think that'd be nice. I don't know how long the walk is. You can get a bus, or you can get I guess you can get another tram that connects, it loops around, it goes a long way to it, but you know, to be honest, I'd much rather just walk. But that's the best place, or the best way to see the place. So yeah, much rather. All the school kids are out on their trips today. I'm not sure what the significance of it is. Maybe it's a tribute to the first tram that came along here, because you can see the old track both sides, so that's cut off. But really struggling with this humidity. Pretty sure that's a temple to the goddess of water, Maza. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. We'll talk a little bit about her in a few minutes. There's not much about her, but she's technically involved in the story of Tamsin. Jesus, my heart. Of Tamsin. Well, I'm walking past one of those streets. I just saw a little walk down to the waterfront area, and I think it's a temple here. I'll have a little look. I don't know if it is or not, if it's just a seating area. Oh, it is a temple. I think you have to enter it from this way. I don't really know. It smells nice though. There's a lot of food being cooked here. Oh, you can go all along that way. Okay, we'll walk up that way in a minute. Just want to check out the temple. I don't really know if you can go up. I guess you can, but wait. Okay, so just over here is the back of the train station. And out here they've got this lovely little walkway. Wow. Oh, that breeze is nice. Nice and refreshing. Now I came from that way. Pretty far down actually. It's as I said, so if it's 35 minutes on the tram, I'm not sure the speed at which they go. It's not very fast, but even so, it's still a fair distance. That's the same distance from the airport, I guess, to Central Taiwan or Taipei. Same. But it looks like there's this little float area over here. I don't know if it's a market or I really don't know what it is. Oh, people are eating in there, so it's. Oh, I think it's a. I don't really know what it is. Oh. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Wow. Okay, see you. Oh my god, check this out. How am I supposed to eat this? Jesus. Look at that view. Anyway, I'll give you just a little snippet of history about Tamsin. So, back in the early 1600s, I think the 1620s or 30s, the Spanish colonized this part of Taiwan, the Tamsin area. And up until about the 1690s, they had this colonized. Then the Dutch came along, Dutch colonizers ran the Spanish out and they took over. So after a while they eventually started to wipe out the Aboriginal people, the natives that were here, and they started to, how would you say, advocate for the immigration of Han Chinese people into the area. So of course over time that gradually built up the Han Chinese population here. And then, not that long later, the Dutch fled. They lost the siege of a fort here, and they were harassed by the natives. So they said, you know what, let's just get the hell out of here. But after they left, whoever took over, I forget his name, but the leader at the time then also encouraged the Han Chinese population to immigrate to the area, and that continued on. And then actually in the I forget what year it was, 1880 something, whatever, I can't remember exactly, sorry, the French came along, and the French blockaded all this area, and eventually they lost. And they lost basically from the natives teaming up with the Chinese that had lived here. And then after that, the people here said that they won that fight with the help of the goddess of the sea, and they have a temple here to her. So we're going to go there pretty soon. I'm not sure exactly if it's now or if I'll go after the fisherman village. So yeah, it's a very small small bit of history. Obviously there's an awful lot more stories to tell about the history here, but it just goes to show, you know, this place suffered because of colonization. The natives been pacified. It's never a good thing, never. Anyway, as I said, there's an awful lot more history in this place, but I just want to give you a little, just a small little snippet while I'm walking along this lovely boardwalk. Now this, apparently, according to a sign back, I don't know if you can see my finger, but back there, this goes on for about 2 kilometers until you reach the fishing village. So I just wanted to stop for a second while I was walking along, because as I was coming down here, I came across this lovely little temple, or a little shrine I suppose it would be, more so than a temple. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I think I can walk up to it, I don't know, but usually I'm hesitant to do this kind of thing, just out of respect. But I think I might be able to just take a little peek in. Just tucked away at the side of the main road, I guess. Yeah, it is the main road. It comes all the way from, well, at least from Tamsin. It might go all the way down to Taipei Center. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just nice to, it's just sitting there, you know. Really do like a good old temple, good old shrine. Anyway, sorry for that distraction, let's go. Actually, you know what, before we continue, just when I walked up that street, I stopped filming there, just right there. I crossed and see this lovely temple on the other side. So I couldn't really resist, because I don't know if I'll come back this way. I might end up walking a different way, so I wanted to just see it. The flowers outside. Guy up there cleaning, but I don't really know. Got this nice design on the front. Oh, it's a dragon. To go up while the guy's clean, and just don't want to like be in his way, but I just wanted to get a little glimpse into the temple itself. Very nice. Anyway, now we're definitely back on the road, I swear. Not even, if I see another temple, I'll just close my eyes. Well, I've just made it to the Fisherman's Wharf area. Just walked up back here and up these wooden steps onto the, well, I guess it's not really a pier, but it's a boardwalk. So over here, that bridge there, I think, is the Lovers Bridge. And all over here is the main area. So I'm gonna walk up and go over that bridge. But yeah, it's very nice. Now, that's a new hotel, I think. That tower beside it, there was a sign on it that said it was the Tamsin Lovers Tower, but I don't think it's used anymore because a couple of letters are gone from the main entranceway, and yeah, I just don't think it's in use anymore. It's still just a relic that's sitting there, but everything else around here is new. Actually, it was only in, I think it was 1997 that they connected the metro from Central Taipei all the way to Tamsin. So really, since 1997, that's when things kind of started booming out here, because obviously you've got the connection to the central station of Taipei. So you're going to get people commuting, people will move out here, people set up businesses out here. easier for them to get to work then, no hustle and bustle through traffic or anything like that. So yeah, not just this area of course, although a metro does connect it to here, but you have to change where I got off in Tamsin. But yeah, it's great for the area for sure. It's also a good day trip out. I had this planned, and of course I wasn't really sure with the weather because it's technically still wet season, so you don't know when it's just going to get a day where there's just downpour and after downpour after downpour. So I've been very lucky so far. I don't want to jinx it though, because I know I've still got 2 days left here and things can change very quickly, especially in rainy season. So I hope I haven't put the mockers on, but let's see. I'm gonna head over here and we'll take a little look on the bridge. Let's head over the Lovers Bridge, see what's going on. I don't really know why it's called that. I don't see any locks on the side of it that indicate that it's anything like the Lovers Bridge in Paris or Salzburg or, well, whatever other city has them, Hamburg, a few of them, but so far no locks. Although all along here underneath the boardwalk that I came along, it's all bars, restaurants, cafes, nice little atmosphere. A few people sitting outside enjoying a drink, enjoying a bit of lunch. Yeah. Two piers, some old fishing boats down here, a lot of people up ahead, so I guess I am going the right direction. Usually I just check my map once, so I checked it when I got off the train, and after that I know the general direction, and usually there's signs telling you what way, so you know, you never know what you find if you get lost. Yep, it's live music. Just down here. I see they've commercialised this big building, big Subway logo on it. Fish market. And a couple of crab statues and a big crab up there. Fish. Another little crab. I'll walk over this way anyway and enjoy the music while I have it here. I just came from the bridge. I went back across, went down further towards the pier that you saw, went down the stairs and just walked up along this way. But back there's like, it's weird, it's like it used to be an aquarium or some kind of a sea worldy kind of attraction, a very small one for kids, you know, very small, probably just basic few fish and starfish and all that kind of thing, shellfish. But like all the mascots are outside, you know, there's like a dolphin and a starfish, and they're kind of, what would you say, like faded away. The paint on them is worn, and then when you look at that other place that had the Subway sign on it and the crab on top of the building itself, not that attractive. A lot of the places back there are boarded up, so I don't know whether this is just off season now or it's weird, you know, it's kind of like one of those formerly great seaside towns that have just died off over time. Although obviously it's still very popular because there's a huge new hotel, and I don't know, maybe they're in the process of like re-energizing the place. But yeah, it kind of feels like a formerly great, currently dead seaside town slash village. I don't know, maybe that's just me. We do have a few nice looking places along the way though, where you can see the hotel. That's the new one, and that tower, that's the Lovers Tower that I mentioned. Yeah, as I said, that's also kind of faded at the front, and I took a photo of it, I think, so I'll post that picture now. But I don't know, it's just a weird atmosphere, you know. It's nice to walk to, like it wasn't far from the main kind of Tamsin area. But you know, when you get somewhere like this, it's kind of like, you know, it's nice to walk around the dock part, but really there's not an awful lot to do other than just say like you've been there, you've seen it. I suppose that is the main thing about travelling, isn't it? Not everything is spectacular, and you know, sometimes it's a little bit, not disappointing, but underwhelming sometimes. See, this kind of thing, what I'm talking about, these old facades that are, I don't know, just look abandoned. Like when you see those videos of an old abandoned theme park, you know, and you see the paint has been worn away over time by heat damage and the weather. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. It's like as if this would have been a fountain or something one time. You can see the here would have had water shooting up, but like as I said, maybe this is just not the right time of the year. Maybe it's too warm. Maybe they don't do it in this season because it's only tourists that are silly enough to be walking around in this heat. I suppose that's just me saying that. The Taiwanese are used to it, aren't they? The locals don't really care, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's just such a weird atmosphere. And you can see, maybe you can see, but the buildings around here do definitely not look like they were built in a Taiwanese architectural style. Especially the red brick buildings, that's definitely a lot more European. Sorry, I just battled an uphill there. I think I can go around. There's this thing around here called the Little White House. I'm guessing it's a little white house. Oh, this view is nice. Little pathway here. Yeah, you can, well, I can see a White House through there. I'm not really sure if I can get around to it. Maybe you're not allowed in, I don't know. Hold on, there's a sign here. Museum Art Park. That's not it. Or else it's in the grounds of it that I need to go, but oh, never mind. That little area is closed to visitors right now because there's some kind of a private showing thing on. But anyway, look, that's not the point. The point is this area itself was where, like for example, the British consulate was down near that Fort Domingo, so it was kind of an important area for the government, or the ruling authorities. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see it in here. I don't know, I think this is a school. Oh, yeah, I think it's a school. Okay, so that's a girls' school, but you can see even that, I don't know, at least for me, that's not the type of architecture that I would normally associate with Asia, really. So I guess there is an influence from Europe of that kind of architectural style. I'll stop talking about architectural style because I can't go into that place with the three buildings. But mostly the talk is about the Dutch and the Spanish colonizers. I know I said the French created like a blockade up here. I think this is still a school. Oh, it's a college. And oh, it's a university, never mind. I think it's a girls' university, but it's not. It's nice looking, but so I didn't really talk about the French colonising it that much, because when they created that blockade, they didn't last very long, relatively speaking, and they only actually came over here to invade because there was a dispute between the Qing dynasty, former China, and the French about taking over northern Vietnam. So the French decided, you know what, let's push in. let's head over a bit closer to the Qing dynasty and maybe threaten them, I suppose, but didn't really work that much because they fled here. So yeah, that's just a small bit about this little area. It's, as I said, it's just a shame I can't really get into that art part, but that's the way it goes sometimes when you're traveling around. You know, I think if you create too much of a planned itinerary, you get too disappointed when things go wrong. Which is why I'm thinking, you know, who cares? It's not open. You know, big deal. But there is a nice church here. Part of the university, I'm assuming. So yeah, as I said, you know, sometimes plans don't work out, which is why I don't plan an awful lot. I get a general idea of what I want to do, and you know, if you go somewhere and you can't get in, just walk around a bit more. You'll find something. You'll always find something. I found shade, luckily. Now I'm just on my way down to the temple area. Ginger? Ginger. Ginger? Is it cha? Tea?
No tea.
Tea?
No tea.
No? It's hot.
Water, no tea.
Hot.
Go home. Hot, cold, okay.
Okay.
100cc water and water.
Okay.
Cold, hot, okay.
Okay.
Ginger, very good.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
spicy,
yeah.
Very good. Spicy.
Yeah. I like this. So it's a
ginger.
This is ginger. Okay. Brown sugar and ginger.
Yes.
Okay, I like this. Yeah. I'll get this. Yeah. Okay. Well, I couldn't resist. I had to buy a pack of that, and she gave me one for the road. It's a ginger hot. Oh, ginger and brown sugar kind of mix. Really tasty. I love ginger flavour anyway, but this is really good. And she was right. When you drink it, it's hot now, but she said when you drink it, it will cool you down. And actually, to be honest, I do feel a bit more refreshed, even though it's hot. Like it is working. It's like the way people say when you're having if you're really hot, you should have soup. Even though it's hot, it'll cool you down inside. But it seems to be working. It's only about €4 for a bag of it. And there's plenty in a bag, way more than I could use. So I'll probably leave some to the people in the hostel when I'm going, but at least I'll get a few days out of it, a couple of days. Yeah, so I'll make my way down towards the temples that I'm looking for. One of them's dedicated to the goddess of the sea, so this little place is cool. This is kind of the main area. You know, I came past here earlier on, but I wanted to just wait until I came back later on to walk through it, because you know, a lot of these places don't really kick off until late afternoon, early evening, and then they open up. But yeah, nice atmosphere. The clouds are coming out a little bit, so it's making it a little bit better for walking through. And this ginger water, I don't know what you call it, this is helping. So yeah, let's head to the temple. They're renovating the main building, so go and see the side. It's really nice. So that was the inside of the temple. It's been renovated now, so I was only able to see the side of it, but I did misspeak earlier when I said that the goddess of the sea was called Maza. It's not, she's named Mazu. And I just read a little thing there, a little snippet of information that said there's actually a dolphin in the Taiwanese waters, a very rare dolphin that's named the Mazu dolphin. And there's only about 50 of them left in the wild, which is crazy. Of course, numbers have gone down because of about overfishing and just being caught up in nets, which is a shame. But there's a couple of, oh, there's a little cat here. Anyway, there is a couple of temples here behind us, so I'm going to just check them out. Won't be long until I'm heading out of Tamsin and heading back to Taipei, because it's been a long day of walking around in the heat, and you know, it does catch up on you. I think this is the back of the temple. It's quite colourful. Honestly, when I was walking along, I thought this was a brewery for a minute. It is the temple. Okay, so this is one of them. Oh. Okay. Nice temple. A couple of statues here as well. Little brunch place with a dog's head on it. That's cute. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't think you can go in, but I'm at least gonna just step up here. Let's head down to the other one. This is the other temple. Isn't that nice? Let's take a little look inside. If we can. I'm sure you can. You're allowed to walk around these temples usually. That was a nice temple, I have to say. Quite like that. What is this? An old residence? But you know what? Before we leave, let's just have a little look at this place. Someone's old residence. I just saw a little. It's probably a colonial era building, which it looks like. Just want to see what it says. She family. She's old residence. Alright. It was remodeled during the Japanese ruling period. Okay. yeah, just want to have a little look in that courtyard. Very small, but stuff like that, when I see it, when it catches the side of me eye, I have to just go and look at it. It's a wasted opportunity if I don't, or at least it has the potential to be a wasted opportunity, something I could miss out on. So yeah, I think that's me finished now on Tamsui. I'm probably pronounced it wrong the whole time, but look, I said it to the receptionist said it to me, and I repeated it, and she didn't correct me, so I'm assuming I've been saying it right all along. But yeah, really enjoyed this little town. The weather was great. Oh, I have to be careful I don't die though before I leave. The weather was great. Views were great. Alright, the Fisherman's Wharf area was a bit underwhelming, but you know what, the walk out there was lovely and the walk back was lovely, so it was worth it in the end. Anyway, that'll do it for today. I'm gonna head back, shower and rest, because what am I on? 30,000 steps now. By the time I get back I'll be nearly 40, so a lot of walking in this heat today and it's drained me. I'll catch you tomorrow, the next plan, if the weather allows me. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, catch you then. Thanks for watching.